Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm Mac.
And Jose.
And we are Upper Country Farms up here in the beautiful Upper Peninsula of Michigan.
Yeah.
We're a 20-acre market farm. We started in 2021, and so this will be our 4th operating season. And we haven't done a tour in a while.
Yeah.
So we thought we would share with you what the plan is here on the farm. It is gorgeous here. It's been kind of rainy, so let's hope the rain stays down, but it's warm.
Yeah, it's I think 62 right now.
Wow. Yeah, it's beautiful out here. So we're just going to give you a tour around, talk about our plans for this year and what changed from last year. We're down here right now in our apple orchard, so I thought we would start, since we already had the camera down here, we'll start down here. Over the years, our goal has been to have a huge fruit orchard and fruit bushes and all of that. So right down in here, there's just over 30 apple trees, several varieties, maybe 2 to 3 trees per variety. We also have some out front of the property. And this is kind of a low area on the property. It stays a little wetter, a little bit cooler. So we also have strawberries intermingled in the trees down here. And last year we had a pretty good harvest off of strawberries. But this season we are putting in a whole bunch more. We're going to plant 1,200 strawberries right here behind us. Let's just flip the camera around and take a look. So this is 12 beds right here, 100 foot by 30 inch. And we've done, the last couple of years, we did corn down in here. We did our melons and our squash down in here last year, which they were beautiful down in here and produced really well. But because it's kind of low, it's a little bit cooler, we think the strawberries will really love it down in here. So we're doing 600 ever-bearing and 600 June-bearing down in here, just to mix things up. So we're gonna be busy. They're already arrived, so probably next week we need to get planting. We're in panic mode, I think, here on the farm, but things are great. So then you can also see our 2 high tunnels behind here.
Yeah,
we're good.
Yeah, the gutter style is brand new, and the other one is...
Exactly. So this one's our new one right here. It's a 14 foot by 100 foot. On the other side is a one we got off another farmer. We bought our first year, and it's also 100 by 14, and it's just the regular style caterpillar tunnel. So this will be this first one will be our tomatoes this year. So Jose just finished putting in the trellising for that. We're going to build solid end walls on these because it'll be pretty permanent down here for these 2 hoop houses. And then the other one will be more of like our cucumbers, our summer squash, that kind of stuff will be in that other one. As long as we're down here, that's our grapes in the back there. We can walk over there and take a look, but we have a lot of varieties. It's the one thing we've done horrible on. Every year we get so busy, the grapes just kind of fall to the wayside. So again this year I ordered in the grapes to replace the grapes out there. And we're going to try to do better. Hopefully someday somebody comes in and saves us and says, let me help you out with some grapes, because we could definitely use the help. And then down in here is kind of a low area where you see those bushes, and we plan on eventually doing cranberries down in there. So eventually we want to clean this area up. It stays even wetter than this is, and I think cranberries would do really good down in there. The other thing we did this year is we ordered a lot of trees that will help out like native bees and native animals, because we really, it's important for us, for the farm, to, be feeding people, but also to be feeding the local wildlife. So we're picking those up pretty quick here. And I'm excited. Those will mostly go on the outskirts of the property, like on the outside of these fences. Just it gives the animals a place to live. It gives them a place to keep an eye on what's going on inside of the garden. Like, we have very little insect pest pressure, because I think part of it is that we have a lot of animals moving around. And when you walk around in the garden, you will literally see a spider at the top of almost every plant.
We have spider, garden snake.
A lot of snakes.
We have a lot of
frogs, a lot of toads hanging around. So there's just a lot of things going on, I think, that keep the bug levels down. But I think that tells you how healthy the farm is, how healthy the soil is. We try to keep the soil as covered as possible, not let it be exposed, and I think that helps us out a lot. All right, so then up on the hill here, You can see we have 2 more hoop houses. And these 2 will actually be being moved this year.
Yep.
So these are going to become high tunnels. We got 2 grants this year, which we're very excited about. And so we'll be replacing these and moving them. The bigger one is either going to come right here and go where the ever-bearing strawberries were. We haven't decided yet. I kind of like the idea of our tunnels being lined up. Otherwise, it's just going to go over on the other side of the aisle from where it is. We haven't quite worked out the details on that, but I know for sure the 2 high tunnels are going to go right here. We want them close to where we're working because there'll be a lot of crop turnover, and we'll be using them a lot when it's cooler. We don't want to have to walk way out for them. Plus watering and those kind of things will be a lot easier if they're closer. So yeah, that's exciting for the 2 high tunnels. We're very excited to be the recipient of those grants. So that'll be a lot going on.
All
right, what do you think's next?
Let's come over. I don't know.
These 2 hoop houses are already fully planted out.
Yep.
It's really the only plants we have going, except for in the heated greenhouse. We already have a lot of greens that we've been harvesting for members already. And yeah, just amazing. Lots of good stuff. There's a lot of water. This is our seasonal pond down on this side. And our ducks are already super happy down in there. Last year, surprisingly, for the amount of snow we had over the winter, we had almost no water in there. And then this year we had almost no snow, and it is very full. It's interesting how groundwater works around here. All right, let's move up. All right, so this was our potato bed last year, and we covered it to do our winter carrots on this year. So winter carrots are still quite a ways out from being planted. That'll give us a lot of time for the grass to grow up and die. We have a huge problem because this was pasture, getting rid of the grass.
It's hard.
And the other thing is, we like the grass and other things that are growing because it helps provide nutrients, it helps protect the soil. So we kind of have a love-hate where we try to kill it back, but we also want it to grow. We also tried planting clover in a lot of these aisles last year, and it's coming up amazing this year. I know for sure we'll be doing clover in more of our aisles to help keep the soil from eroding, to make the walkways cleaner, and hopefully it'll hold back some of the weeds. Fingers crossed. Because we have a lot of weeds. All right, so this is our vineyard. As you can see, we have the trellises all set up. It looks really good, but we are having trouble growing grapes. We've tried to select, because we want to do a lot of juices here on the farm as we get going, so apple juice, grape juice. So we did a lot of varieties that we thought would do well up here, but it seems that they're struggling a little bit. So we'll see. We're going to try replanting some, and a lot of that is us. Like, we get so busy in the spring, we should get planting them, and then we don't plant. So you can't be mad at the grapes. Wow, it got really windy. It was so beautiful earlier, I thought time to make a video. You're just gonna have to put up with the wind now. All right, let's keep moving. So this is kind of our raspberry patch here. We have 2 rows, I think maybe 50 plants in each row. We have 2-foot spacing on them. 2 red varieties over here, black and then golden berries down there. Raspberries are my favorite thing. We have another 100 plants planted down there. Same mix, black raspberries, golden raspberries, and red raspberries. And then this year we're planting 2 additional rows of just red raspberries. And I think for a while that'll be it. After this year, we've really been in a growth phase. We have pushed very hard. We've spent a lot of money to make this farm what we want it to be. This year we're adding another 70 fruit trees to the mix, which I'm going down to pick up the rest of them next Tuesday. And it's gonna be a very busy couple of days planting trees. But after that, we'll have the bulk of our production trees in. We'll probably add some specialty trees that if we find varieties we really like. But other than that, I think we're gonna slow down a lot on trees, maybe add some bushes. This year we're adding some sea berries that a member brought us. I'm very excited to be adding those to the farm. They're a really neat little fruit that I think will be a fun addition. So yeah, so we'll be busy planting trees here in a couple of weeks. I'm very excited about that. All right.
Keep moving.
All right. So it's very early here still for the trees to be budding out, but they're starting to. Our last average frost date is not until May 29th, and today's the 27th of April.
April, I think.
So we still have a
27.
month, and
Yeah.
already some of our pear trees are starting to bloom.
Yeah.
We got a hard frost the other night though that'll kill back probably most of that. It's just way too early, but it's been so warm up here the trees have no idea what's going on. They're just like, we're clueless, confused.
Yeah.
And then this area is going to be most of our, I can't believe how much that wind picked up. This area is going to be our regular carrot harvest, and then some of our lettuces are going to go here. And then, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
And then behind us is the newest addition to the farm.
Oh yeah.
We already run rabbits and we run chickens and we run ducks, but we wanted to start adding some larger livestock, and we have a neighbor that runs hair sheep,
Yep.
Katahdins, and so I thought we would pick up 4 rams to butcher out this fall. And so they're here on the farm, and we are in love with them, are we not?
Yeah, cute.
Yeah, they're just gonna get moved around on pasture all summer and live the good life here on the farm. Right now they're a little afraid of the dog, but we're learning. We have 2 border collies that aren't quite yet good herding dogs, but we hope after having these sheep on the property they will be.
What we have behind us.
Yeah, this is our garlic bed here. This year we did 4 full beds of garlic. I think our first year we started with 2.5. Last year we did 3 1/4. And it's the one thing we ran out of over the winter that I wish was still in the pantry. We sold every last bit of garlic. So this year we did 4 full beds, and I think next year we might add a 5th full bed of garlic.
Yeah.
Just because it's so popular and easy to sell. We have no trouble at all selling it. People come in and buy large quantities, and we want to make sure we have enough for our members.
Yeah.
So then the covered area is going to be our onions. And then on the other side of the onions is we have 6 beds of asparagus, which we put in last year, so we may harvest a little bit of it this year, but won't really be ready for harvest for the next year or 2.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited about that.
Yeah.
And then down the hill from that is our raspberries. We have the 2 100-foot beds. We're going to add 2 more 100-foot beds down there this year. And then all of our cherry trees skirt around here. So it's all sweet down in there, and then we have sour cherries on either side. And sour cherries definitely do better up here, but with temperatures being quite a bit warmer than they used to be, we are just trying some sweet cherries to see how they work out. And surprisingly, we lost 1 last year when we planted, but all of them appear to be coming back this year. So we'll see how they do long term. So that'll be nice. We're also trying some peach trees this year. We tried them 2 years ago with not very good luck. I think we've got maybe 2 survivors. But of course, I mean, we're gluttons for punishment. So we're going to try another batch this year. If they don't work out this year, we'll probably lay off the peach dream for a while. Because we are zone 5A, so peaches are very iffy up here, even the cool season varieties. But we like trying some stuff out and seeing what happens. Behind us are our plum trees and our pear. I think the first ones here are pear trees and then plum trees. This year we're really focusing on plums. That's what we're putting in a ton of. I think we're planting maybe 25 plum trees. I'm not sure on the exact number, but it's close to that. And then we're also adding just a few pears. And next year, if we focus on anything, it'll probably be a few more pear trees.
Yeah.
But like I said before, we're really going to slow down after this year. We have the bulk of our production in, and that's really what we care about. And we have pushed so hard. It'd be nice to slow it down a little bit for next year and just go with what we already have and see if we can start actually making a living at this. Because this will be our last big spending year, and next year we're going to say it's time. It's time to make the numbers work. Okay, so this is our pasture. We have about 11 acres of pasture on the property. About half the pasture here is ours, the other belongs to our neighbors, but he doesn't care if our chickens run down in there, so it's nice. We don't have to worry too much about fencing. And he also said if we ever got cows or anything, we could also run those over there, so that'll be kind of nice if we ever do that. So this is going to be our big expansion this year that has me a little bit panicked. The first year we ran 40 beds. The second year we ran 80 beds. Now these are 100 foot by 30 standard market garden bed size. Last year we upped it to about 100, and this year we're going to push it to 150, which is a lot. I think I think after this season we're going to know if that's going to be too much, or I believe it'll be probably about the right number. I hope anyway. So we're going to do 3 more plots here. Our plots have 12 beds each.
Yeah.
So it'll be 36 here, and then we're going to do one more over on this side where the sheep currently are. Those are going to be our potatoes. So yeah, a lot. What we have to do though is fence this off because there's a lot of deer movement. They don't come so much through the front of the property. They prefer to stay on the tree line. Yeah. So they tend to be back here on the back side of the pasture. But we're definitely gonna be running our chickens way out there on the other side of the fence, and the sheep will be out there on the other side of the fence. Yeah. And this area will be designated for our garden beds in close to the house, because that's the most work. Wow, this wind is nuts. Yeah, it's been some windy days. Yeah. Recently. Okay, so this is where we're going to add one more bed. I think we have a low spot right in here that we can't use for garden beds, but I think we're going to plant our plum trees down in there. And then over this hill on the other side, that's where that low spot is. I was talking about where we're going to do the cranberries, but at the top of that hill, or close to the top, that's where we plan on putting the peaches. I think it'll be a good spot down out of the wind. Yeah. Yeah, so I think it's going to be a nice spot. Not at the bottom of the hill and not at the top of the hill, but mid-hill, where hopefully the cool air leaves it alone. So we're going to run the fence all the way from match up to the fence that's there by the cherry trees. It's going to run out about another 150, 200 feet across the pasture this way, and then down the tree line over there. Our eventual goal is to open up the areas where we have mostly fruit trees and allow for silvopasture, which we would run probably sheep in. Our chickens can be down in there. You know, the chickens do amazing things for the trees. We were shocked last year on the difference in the trees from where we ran chickens and where we kept the chickens out of. And we had much better growth and much better looking trees where we had allowed the chickens to feed down in there, and you know, we put them in for a couple of weeks in the fall. It was incredible, the difference. Yeah. So, anything else you want to say about the pasture?
Nope.
Yeah. We're hoping eventually most of this pasture will be planted out. I kind of want to do a neat thing where we do like a little sections where it's trees around the outside and then a central pasture area. We hope in the fall, we usually have a big party here for our apple cider press, and it'd be really cool if our friends could pull their trailers back here and park for the weekend. Yeah. It would be a lot of fun. Yeah. So eventually we want a big driveway out here that runs the pasture that people can drive around the farm and see everything. Hashtag farm goals.
Big dream.
Big dreams. This is Jose's pride and joy. This is our chicken trailer.
What's the name?
Yeah, we may not be able to post this video. You may not be able to hear us. No. It was so gorgeous when we started this. Good thing I said we should be putting plastic on the hoop houses instead of making a video. Yeah. But I think the universe was smarter than we were. Wow. Yeah. All right, let's see if we can. Hi, buddy. Hi.
I know you. I know.
Oh, you're so dirty. Oh my goodness. All right. Alright, so this is our chicken trailer. We move this around the field. It works out pretty good. Jose just brings the tractor out and skirts it around. And you can, once the grass starts growing, you can really see where the chickens have been. It actually becomes difficult to mow it because the grass is so thick and green and lush and beautiful. And we use that grass actually to fertilize our fields, or our vegetables. So we come out here, we mow, and we dump the grass on the beds, and I'll tell you what, it was life-changing last year. It takes a lot of time, but wow. We're trying to use as little inputs as possible, and we feel like that's really the way to go. We need probably a better system long-term, but for right now it's working out. Yeah. We also run on pasture our rabbits. We have 3 rabbit tractors that we run, and we have 4 meat chicken tractors that we run. None of them are operating right now. But it's about to. We're about to move the rabbits out here, and there's a group of chickens that's about a week from being moved out here. Yeah, they're just getting their feathers. So they'll be coming out too. Oh, Tronic's down in there. I was wondering what was going on. This is our dog Tronic herding the chickens, and you can see he does a really great job. So this is the area we want to run the peaches down in, and we have, you can see, it's not our lowest spot on the farm, but there's a hill up here,
Yeah.
and then there's like this little table here, and then it goes down even lower. So this is good draining.
Yeah.
It'll be out of the north wind quite a bit, and I think it'll be perfect for the peach trees. So we're going to try doing them right down in here, and the fence line will run from the corner of the fence there up along this tree line.
Yeah.
And we're going to keep about 10 to 15 feet on the outside where Jose can run the chickens and the tractor. Like park it along there and leave the chickens on the outside of the fence.
Yeah.
During the right times of year.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have too many predators. Right now we just have our dog Tronic.
Much better.
Yeah, we're out of the wind. Okay, so this is our heated greenhouse. Right now we're keeping it at about 50. Before that we were keeping it at about
40? 30s? No.
Yeah, right around 35.
Yeah.
And now because we have tomato starts on the other side, we're keeping it at about 50 over there. But it stays a lot cooler here because of the plastic in the center.
Yeah.
So these raised beds double for the pallets that hold our seed starts. And we're about to have to pull all these plants out of here. It crushes me because look at how gorgeous everything is in here. But we really need this space for our warm season crops. And market is now 3 weeks away from today. And so all of our starts that we take to sell, that's a big way we make money the first 6 weeks of market.
Yeah.
And so we need to have this space available for that. But I mean, we already have been selling greens like spinach and kale, Swiss chard, bok choys. These cabbages, these little minuet cabbages are gorgeous. We love them. So yeah, it's been great in here. We love this space. Has been life-saving, and I've been shocked at how much we were able to harvest out of this little time. At first I thought, wow, this isn't even going to be worth our time. But I come in and I harvest, and a few days later I'm harvesting again, and you could almost not tell I touched anything.
Probably we should be building another.
Oh yeah, well, and I think with our high tunnels, that'll really help if we have those heated. We'll be able to do it, but maybe expand this space eventually out behind this way. Who knows? Again, hashtag farm goals. All right, let's check out the barn. My guy. Okay. Oh, you trying to get down? It's okay. Oh, let go, let go. No, don't start. We gotta make a video.
Yeah, this is our
This is Cheddar, one of our barn kitties. Yeah. Oh, all right, goodbye. All right, so we're in the barn now. Our barn is pretty good size, 40 by 48.
Yeah.
And we've been putting the animals in here, but we're eventually hoping that either build another building for crop post-production, or to clean this building completely out, put concrete on the floor, and utilize it. This is a really nice building. So right now we keep silver fox rabbits in here, and we breed and butcher throughout the summer.
Yeah.
It's way too cold here in the winter. Hopefully eventually we have a heated rabbit barn would be nice, and we could breed a little bit further into the shoulder seasons. We also have 2 large brooders here at the back that we keep our birds in as they get bigger. We have 2 smaller brooders that we use for the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when we're teaching the chickens that it's okay to leave the brooder, we'll just open those doors and let them run around. Yeah. We keep the bulk of our laying birds on the other side during the winter.
Yeah.
This side is mostly for rabbits and young birds. Yeah. So we love this space. This is a beautiful barn. Huge upstairs in it.
And chicken.
And chickens.
And cats.
Oh, he's so sweet. So this is the last place we're going to show you for today, I think, on the farm tour. So right now we're in the process of building out our farm store. That's this little front area right here. Last year it was just this little tiny area right here. We had a wall and a door here. but we took all that out.
Yeah.
And so now it's expanded back to where we built this wall. That'll be storage on the other side. Eventually, hopefully a large walk-in cooler, because we're going to need it.
Yeah.
Right now, we'll keep refrigerators and freezers for that purpose, but we're getting to a size now where that just doesn't work. And then on this other side here is our wash pack station. And we also do a lot of canning. So canning is on the back side against the wall. The wash pack station is here because we're in and out a lot more when we're doing from the field. Jose does a lot of the root vegetables outside, but all the greens get cleaned and done inside of here.
Yeah.
So this year, because we're getting so big, we wanted to enclose it, because this was a door to the house, and so the dogs were coming through and the cats.
Everything.
And no more. That we now have a private entrance on that side, so no more animals intermixing with anything we're doing on the property now that we're getting as big as we are. All right, I think that's the farm tour. We're hoping it wasn't too windy, so this may or may not get posted. We'll see what happens.
Yeah,
it may just have been way too windy.
Yeah, if not, we will make another one.
In a couple of days.
Yeah, a couple of
It
days.
seems like, though, whenever we start them, we're like, it's beautiful, and then it gets windy. So it may just be what it is, but hopefully it wasn't too bad. So yeah, that's our big plans for this year. A lot of expansion. I think it's going to be our last major garden expansion year as far as trees and garden beds.
Yeah.
I think Jose and I are tired of growing. And after this year, it's going to push us, I think, right to the limits of where we're capable.
Yeah.
But next year, with everything in place and set up, I'm hoping that will be our first big money-making year. Our goal was always 5 years, and next year's the 5th year.
Yeah,
so
we
I
are
think
close. We are close.
yeah, I think after this year we're there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we better get back to work. By work, I mean probably won't do anything. All right. Thank you so much for watching.
Yeah, thank you.
Again, we are Mac,
And Jose,
and this is Upper Country Farms.
thank you.